Welcome to our lesson about texture mapping. The texture mapping process is similar to wrapping textured paper along a solid body. Let's begin by opening the Appearances pane. Click on this icon here. The entire model is pre-selected automatically. Let's expand the birch folder. Here we've got two types of material represented by a sphere. Underneath, the same materials are represented in a 2D image. The sphere represents what's known as a procedural material. Let's begin by applying one of these types of materials to our part. I'm going to select polished yellow birch. Notice we don't have a preview. I've opened the preview window. Even though mapping styles are available in the Property Manager, they aren't going to affect the orientation of the material as you see in the preview. Let's click OK and close the preview window. Now let's select the cylindrical face. I'm going to stick with woods. Expand the Appearances pane. Let's try rosewood. And I'll select a polished rosewood, this time a 2D image. This time a preview appears immediately in the graphic area. Let's go to the Mapping tab. We've got 5 different mapping types to choose from: cube, surface, planar, spherical, and cylindrical mapping. Here we can also select the axis direction and change the pattern orientation, as well as adjusting the mapping size. The same can be done manually in the graphic area. Okay, let's return to a 90-degree rotation. And let's use a regular mapping size. Let's click OK to accept our changes, and now let's work with the spherical surface on top of this model. Open the Appearances pane. Let's return to rosewood. I'm going to select polished rosewood end grain. Let's go to the Mapping tab. Spherical mapping is already pre-selected for us. Let's see how the cylindrical mapping type looks. And here's cubic, surface, planar. And let's change it back to spherical. Okay, reviewing my selection here, it's my opinion that this type of material just isn't going to work, so let's try polished rosewood instead. Okay, that already looks much better. Once again, we can change the mapping style, size, orientation, and so on. Let me just make some adjustments here to improve the appearance. And let's click OK and then render our image. And this concludes our lesson about texture mapping.